guys, go back to the channel, or if you're new, welcome. Want to get back into more Amberlynn Reid content. We're back for the newest video, which is going to be a try-on haul and probably a bunch of other stuff mixed together. So we're going to get into it and see what Amber is up to, shall we?
Alright you guys, I am not vlogging today, but I did promise you I would give you guys a day-by-day update on this build that I am doing. So in total, there is 584 steps. I am currently on step 151. And this is how it is looking. Absolutely insane.
So let me get this straight. Amber took about 2 weeks to complain about COVID and not being able to go out and how badly it affected her mental health. And so far, we have gone through 2 to 3 videos and she still hasn't left her house. Like, she's still inside doing the exact same thing she did during COVID, but it's no longer affecting her mental health. Make it make sense.
Like, what? How have I done this? I really don't know. There it is.
A lot of free time. In fact, way too much free time on your hands.
Hello. So it is March 1st. As you guys saw, I did not vlog yesterday. I did give you a build update though. So yesterday my mom asked if I wanted to go to bingo, and like I was just debating all day long, and I was like, no. I felt bad because I could tell she wanted me to go, but like I have zero energy.
Again, 2 weeks of her complaining for nothing because she has the opportunity to go out and she refuses to go spend time with her mother.
Like ever since I got COVID, like my whole body and mind has just like changed. I have not been able to like gain my energy, stamina, like my brain is still foggy.
Have you ever considered it might not just be the COVID, it might be the junk food, you staying indoors all day every day, and you refusing to exercise or go out and do anything?
My breathing is worse than ever. Like it's not the greatest feeling. So then she called me again today and she was like, we're going to bingo. Do you want to go tonight? So since I said no to last night, I was like, you know what, Mom? Yes, I will go.
We're going to be hearing about long COVID forever now. Like, it's going to be a non-stop thing with her.
So I'm going to go to bingo. This is like the first time that I went and have done anything in almost a month. So I'm really excited to see my mom and hang out with her. And I know a lot of you was actually worrying about her, thinking that she got COVID because I told you guys that she ended up messaging me saying that she doesn't feel well.
No, what it was you having COVID, making her drive you to the hospital because you wanted reinsurance instead of quarantining like you were supposed to.
Well, she took 2 COVID tests and they were both negative, and she just was feeling under the weather. She feels a lot better now, so that's good. Thankfully, we're going to a bingo hall that actually has really good events.
Alright, so what did she say events like that? Events.
So like the cigarette smoke isn't as intense, because I'm telling you, my lungs do not need that. Like, I have not vaped in over a month. Like, it's been a long time, maybe like 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because we've seen you multiple times smoking off camera, but the smoke coming into frame when you're not supposed to be smoking right now. So we call bullshit on that.
And I don't plan on doing it again for like a hot minute, because I'm telling you, like...
Or, and you know, like, just hear me out, you stop all your vices. Like, you stop overeating, you stop drinking, you stop smoking, shopping, gambling, and everything else that, you know, is potentially harmful to you.
My breathing is already so bad, and I know that on days where I vape more than usual, like, my breathing is kind of hecticana.
Who would have thought breathing a bunch of random chemicals into your body is going to have a negative effect on it?
So it's like, I need to just stay away from that.
What? Wait.
I won at bingo, but here's the build update. Day 4, I'm on step 181 out of 584 steps, and this is how it looks so far.
I wonder if that's the same number of steps you physically took in the day, like under 200?
Hello. So it is the next day. It is March 2nd. So I actually saw my mom for a bit today, but I did not vlog that. I've had a pretty decent day, and if you guys hear noises in the background, it's because I'm currently drying some clothing. This is a big box because I'm actually fixing to like remodel, for the lack of a better word, out with the old and with the new, a lot of like my kitchen stuff. So I might vlog some of that. We'll see.
Yeah, no, that's not redecorating or remodeling. What you're doing is replacing certain items.
So as you guys probably remember, I got recommended by a professional 2 borderline personality disorder books. And instead of doing both at the same time, because I don't want to get overwhelmed on top of doing therapy.
Yeah, because you don't want to become a better person faster.
I decided to start with this one. And as you guys know, I want to keep therapy sacred to myself, but I do want to share my struggles with borderline personality disorder because I struggle bad.
You know what, Amber? Like, I'll give you that. It must be really draining being an abuser to 13 different people. Like, this must be a real struggle for you.
And that is a very big part of me. And I want to be very transparent in my journey of like healing that part of me.
See, the thing is, time is going to eventually tell whether or not you have become a changed person, because your new girlfriend will become your ex-girlfriend, and her expose will probably tell whether or not you have changed. And I'm willing to bet it's going to be victim number 14 soon.
So we're going to talk about chapter 1 today. So chapter 1 is called BPD 101, and some quotes from it that I want to read are: most people misunderstand what borderline personality disorder is and how it impacts people's lives, which is very true.
Yeah, because you're just so misunderstood.
Not just the lives of the person that has it, but it's also like the lives of the people around that person.
Now, mate, we got a pretty good picture because most of your exes, most of your ex-friends, and even your family members are exposing you. So we got a really clear picture of who you are as a person.
Also, something else it says is getting a clear picture of your BPD is the start of a journey of self-exploration, which will allow you to grow beyond your BPD. And that change is possible.
Well, you just read it yourself. You can grow beyond your BPD, and you shouldn't use it as a justification for your actions. So you can't use it as a shield for criticism anymore.
It says that many individuals who meet the criteria for BPD can look back at their childhood and adolescence and see the beginning of the symptoms and patterns, which is so beyond true. Like, I look back and realize that, like, at the age of 16, I was struggling.
Yeah, and instead of seeking help, you decide to do was skip from one girlfriend to another, abusing them along the way.
So there's 9 criteria listed, and an individual needs to meet at least 5 of them to be diagnosed and qualify for the diagnosis of borderline personality disorder. I'm going to read the 9 to you, and then I'm going to tell you guys which ones that I have.
Oh, I'm willing to bet she's got all 9 and then some.
So number 1 is frantic efforts to avoid real or imagined abandonment.
All right, that's 1.
2, a pattern of unstable and intense interpersonal relationships characterized by alternating between extremes of idealization and devaluation.
That's number 2.
3, identity disturbance, markedly and persistently unstable self-image or sense of self.
Oh yeah, that's number 3.
My dryer just went off. Hold on a second. Number 4 is impulsivity in at least 2 areas that are potentially self-damaging. For example, spending, sex, substance abuse, reckless driving, binge eating.
Yeah, she's all of those things except for driving, only because she can't drive.
Number 5 is reoccurrent suicidal behavior, gestures or threats, or self-mutilating behavior.
I mean, that's kind of half, because she has threatened people to unalive herself, and she also is doing that by overeating to the point of being 500 plus pounds.
Number 6 is affective instability due to a marked reactivity of mood. So for example, intense episodic dysphoria, irritability, or anxiety usually lasting a few hours and only rarely more than a few days.
Oh, a big old yes to that one as well.
Number 7 is chronic feelings of emptiness.
Oh yeah, no, that's Amber to a T, both physical and metaphorical.
Number 8 is inappropriate, intense anger or difficulty controlling anger. For example, frequent displays of temper, constant anger, reoccurrent physical fights.
8 questions in, and she's 8 out of 8. Like, one more, and can we just straight up commit her?
So the last one, which is number 9, transient stress-related paranoid ideation or severe dissociative symptoms.
She is 9 out of 9. Like, she is a straight up basket case.
And out of the 9, I have all 9. But there is one that I even questioned marking off because it's so low, like on the totem pole. So next part of this chapter was talking about how BPD is a spectrum. It says in here that the intensity and severity of each part of the criteria is unique to each person. So I had to answer a ton of questions to see like where you fall on the spectrum, and I fell on extreme.
And the thing I dislike about this is that it's going to justify her even more. Like, she's not just going to be like, oh, I have basic level BPD, I have extreme BPD. Like, she's going to be pulling out some Bane bullshit from Batman where it's like, oh, you were touched by the BPD, but I am, BPD incarnate. I was born in the BPD, molded by it.
You're supposed to circle, is this statement for you mild, moderate, severe, or extreme? Gave a ton of statements. So like, One that I circled extreme on was frantic efforts to avoid real or imagined abandonment. There was quite a few that I circled extreme and severe on. Actually, I circled severe and extreme on every single one except for one. And then another part of this chapter was just like a Q&A. So obviously I'm not going to read all of my answers to you guys because some of them are personal.
Now I'm interested in the ones she doesn't want to talk about because those are going to be the ones that make her look bad.
But one of them I can read to you guys just so you guys can like understand me a little bit more.
Yeah, let me guess. It's going to make you look like a misunderstood victim.
In what part or parts of your life, for example, relationship with family and friends, work, how you see yourself, and so on, do these symptoms cause the greatest problems? When I am in a romantic relationship with someone, it is the worst. So that's where it causes the greatest problems. But it has caused problems with family/friends as well. So it's very rare that it causes problems within my family, thankfully.
I mean, of course it doesn't, because the majority of your family members don't want anything to do with you, and the ones that do either only see you rarely, or they feel sorry for you, aka Mama Lynn.
But like, if I have a friendship where I'm extremely close to them and I see them like a lot, it can definitely cause problems in that friendship. And obviously when it comes to a partner, because I am talking to them a lot and they become almost like someone I'm reliant on. And I know that's also due to my BPD. When I say reliant, I mean I'm reliant on them like mentally, emotionally, due to like the fear of abandonment, which is really where BPD is like rooted from.
But thankfully now, because you're going to therapy and you have workbooks, you can evolve past that point in your life and you won't have to worry about being a burden on them mentally, emotionally, and physically.
And the last thing I want to share is a quote from here. Feeling alone is very common for people with BPD, so common that it's in the criterion, which in parentheses it says chronic feelings of emptiness, but you're not alone. Approximately 18 million or nearly 6% of adults in the United States have been diagnosed with BPD. That shocked me and it definitely made me feel less alone. And this first chapter was honestly so just like validating.
Yeah, but I'm willing to bet the moment that you have to start taking accountability and start working on yourself, suddenly the books and the therapy aren't really working as you hoped they did.
Like I've already done the whole criteria thing because when I was diagnosed, I had to go through all that. But it's like just doing it again and like thinking of it differently with like a whole different mind frame. I'm able to be more like transparent with myself because I'm not ashamed anymore. For the longest time, like I was ashamed. That's why when people would be like, Amberlynn, I think you have borderline personality disorder. Like I would become so defensive. Like I don't understand why. I don't know why anyone would ever be ashamed or embarrassed of something that they went through that caused them to have this. Like it's not your fault. Like
most people are not going to blame you for a disorder, but what you do with said disorder and you allowing yourself to harm other people is completely on you. Like you have the ability and the resources to get help and stop abusing other people, but you refuse to do so. And if you're willing to actually do it and become a better person, I will give you grace on that. Like I can respect that. Now, follow through with it and become a better person.
So if you're watching and you're struggling and you have any sort of like shame or embarrassment, simply don't.
I would like Amber to do an NPD test and see whether or not she can get 9 out of 9 on that, because I feel like Amber would be pretty close, if not all of those things too.
All right, you guys, we're gonna do a taste test.
My dude, how the hell are you going to go from, don't worry, you're not alone, there are many of us who suffer with BPD, to, let's do a taste test?
It is these duos, beef jerky, situation type deal.
Amber, you don't need all that extra fluff. It's beef jerky. Eat the beef jerky and shut up.
It's a feed your sweet side and feed your spicy side. Mango and jalapeno beef jerky. So I am a little nervous.
Of course you're nervous, Amber. 500 pounds and you're nervous about jerky.
Wait, what's the date on this? Oh, okay. Not until 2026. It's because I've had this for a while now. But I was feeling a little snacky, so I said, why not try this? Ooh, that smells so good. Stop right now. So this is what it looks like. All right, you guys, day 5. Like I said, I'm gonna do daily updates on this. I'm on step 218 on this build that I am doing. And this is how it is looking. Absolutely intense. I have had so many difficulties. I've had so many struggles where a piece wouldn't go in, or I thought I messed up, or something just wasn't going right. Oh, it has been a challenge, but it has been a rewarding challenge.
Not gonna lie, like I do like the Legos, and I think it does kind of break up the monotony of her doing the same things over and over again. And it is somewhat nice to see that she is taking people's advice and showing like before and afters of Lego. Like she was doing it so much worse, and I'm so glad she's taking people's advice. Like it's the only bit of advice she is taking, but at least she's taking it.
Hello, hello. So it is March 3rd, and I literally just remembered as I was putting away some of my clothing that I forgot to like actually do the Torrid try-on haul. So my actual Torrid haul was a few vlogs ago, but we're gonna try on those clothes now and see if they fit. All right.
Oh no. If there's a hell, I am going there after this. Like, alright, I am going to give actual criticism. I'm not gonna shit on her. I will give her actual criticism that might help if she's willing to take it.
First things first is this dress. The sleeves are so cute, actually.
Honestly, like I would wear something that is at least elbow length, like definitely not the short sleeves.
And I really like the cut of it. I like how it goes up right there. And it is a little see-through in the boobage area.
Yeah, no, definitely wear a shirt under that, like black, thick, dark.
But I am no prude, so I am okay with that.
I really wish you were.
We do have pockets, which we love. I love how tight it is.
Also, please, like, can you stop doing that? It makes me extremely uncomfortable.
Here, and then a little loose here. And then as we back up, this is what it looks like. Has like a little frilly on the bottom here, just like it does on the sleeves. So it actually fits me pretty well, to be honest. I really like how it looks from the front, but from the side, it's kind of meh because it does have stitching on the bottom here that makes it go in on the bottom, and I don't really care for that. So next is the Mean Girls. Why are you so obsessed with me? I thought this sweater was literally perfect.
Honestly, no hate for this one. It actually looks really good. Between the color and the sleeves, I think it's perfect.
1, love the color pink. 2, love the movie Mean Girls. And 3, that is a question I ask all the time. So first things first.
I really did like that one, and then she backed up, and now I don't like it as much.
The inside of this is like the softest thing I have ever felt. So when we back up here, we can see that it's actually a really good length. I find with my body type and the way that Torrid is, sometimes things run super short and it can be like this.
Amber, don't do that. Put it back down.
Or sometimes the front part can even be like super high up like this. And I'm just like, no.
Am I legally able to get a restraining order for someone who lives in America?
So yeah, it's super cozy and I love it. Oh my gosh. So next is the
No, just no.
checkered over the shoulder sweater, and it just feels huge. Like my arms feel super small and itty bitty, which sometimes that is why, you know, girly pop loves a sweater, but it's like kind of annoying and it's not easy to move in because while this is super loose, down here feels like a little tight, a little snug, a little short. But if I pull it up,
yeah, I don't think there's any way I'm making this one work. Like, it's just not good.
Above my booty there, it all just feels loosey-goosey and cozy. But that's what I was saying before. Like, I don't want to have my butt out for the whole world to be looking at.
And we all thank you for that, Amber.
But I will say it's super cute. I love like over the shoulder type of looks. So next is the tragic tee where I accidentally bought 2 of them, but I'm just gonna give the other one to my mom. So I love this one. I love how light it feels. I love the length. Like I have 0 complaints about this. Like it's cozy, it's breathable. I'm giving tragic every single day of my life. So it's definitely made for me.
Honestly, I think it's pretty good. Like the right length for the sleeves, and overall, I think it fits pretty well.
Last but not least, we have the tank top, which is actually like a sleeper tee. So it fits well. It's super loose, it's long, and this is what it looks like from the side. This is probably not something that I would ever like wear out, but if I did, I'd probably have like a cardigan over it and I'd have to lose a little bit more weight to feel like comfortable in it.
Honestly, yeah, like I can understand that, and I'm like not gonna throw shit at Amber and not expose myself. There are things that I have bought that are a little too tight, and I'm kind of like, like I'm not gonna wear this out because I just don't feel comfortable. Like I need to lose more weight on my stomach, which slowly getting there. Slowly, it's taken forever, but it is getting there. Like I probably need to do more intense exercise, but I can understand what she means by it just You need to lose a little bit more weight to make it feel a little bit more comfortable, so that way you're a little bit more confident to wear it out. I completely understand that.
And by the way, don't let anyone ever make you feel bad of like, if you're wearing a sleeper tee in public and you feel comfy, do it. If you're wearing a bikini top as a bralette, do it. If you're wearing a long shirt as a dress, do it. Do you, wear what you love and wear what you feel good in and what you feel comfortable in.
Oh, like definitely, you can dress however you want within reason, because there is certain events in which you have to be more appropriately dressed, and there is a certain code to do so, but for the most part, whatever makes you feel comfortable, go for it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say that that was a pretty good torrid haul. And we can't forget about this cardigan. So I did try it on in my last video when I actually did the haul, and I absolutely love it. I almost cannot wait until like the cold weather comes back, because it's fixing to be spring.
Dude, it still looks like a blanket to me.
And then summer. And your girl is not gonna be wanting to wear this. All right, you guys, we're gonna try another Factor meal. So this one I'm very nervous about. It's the Louisiana shrimp with smoked Gouda cauliflower grits, chicken andouille tomato gravy, and there's also some broccoli in here. I'm hesitant, okay? It is a little liquidy compared to like what I was expecting it to be like, because trust me, I've had grits before, love them, but they did not look like this.
My dude, even if it's a fancy TV dinner, it is still a TV dinner. It's not going to be the best quality food out there.
I'm fully aware that this is cauliflower grits, so it is different, but let's try it. A lot of people think that like mukbangs are coming back. Literally no. Literally no. People are thinking because I'm sitting down eating a meal that I'm like highly editing that it's a mukbang. Literally no.
Alrighty, so the definition of a mukbang is a online audio-visual broadcast in which the host consumes various quantities of food while interacting with the audience. Now that typically is a live stream, but also you can do video formats. So technically, if you're eating and engaging with the audience, that could be considered a mukbang. And various quantities mean you don't have to eat large amounts, you can eat really any amount of food.
A mukbang is where you eat large quantities of food.
You don't have to eat a large amount of food, just various amounts of food.
And you get to watch the person actually enjoy it, chew their food, etc., etc. But that is not what's happening here.
Are you trying to say that you don't chew, swallow, and enjoy your food? You just absorb it into your body through your mouth?
I have been editing down my eating so much that I take out 97% of my chewing. And the reason why I have this little stopwatch back here is because people were like, oh my gosh, she's eating it so fast, she's just like gulping it down in like 2 minutes. No, it's because I'm like highly editing it, because it's not a mukbang. I'm literally a person who lives alone and who eats alone every single day, all of my meals, and I get lonely. Yes, I do. So sometimes it's nice to come on here and be like, let's try a Factor meal. And I think it's a really cool concept for people who like are too lazy to cook, or who can't cook, or don't have time to cook. Like, it doesn't even matter why you have it, but yeah.
I mean, if you're lonely, what you could do is make a friend and stop abusing them, and they might want to stay around.
A mukbang is very much not what I'm doing. I don't know, it's just weird.
I really did like that one, and then she backed up, and now I don't like it as much.
It's almost like people want that, but they say that they don't, but they really do. I don't know how to explain it.
It's not that people want mukbangs, it's that people see mukbangs because, I mean, that's what it is. You're eating on camera while engaging the audience. That is a type of mukbang. Now, you might not like the definition, you might want to change it, but that doesn't make it less of a mukbang.
It's kind of like a form of like reverse psychology. I don't know.
No, what it is, Amber, is you engaging in the very behavior in which you said you would never do, but now you're trying to gaslight the audience by saying, well, because I eat less food, therefore it's no longer a mukbang, which that's not how it works.
This is just a little eat with me moment. And
Amber, if you translate mukbang to English from Korean, it means eating broadcast or eatcast, meaning a type of film, movie, or video, live stream, doesn't matter what it is, while eating and engaging the audience. And eat with me is just saying mukbang in English in a different way. My dude, learn the actual terms before you say stuff because it sounds stupid.
I'm lonely, and I want to eat with the people who enjoy eating with me.
Is that a BPD symptom by any chance?
And there's a lot of you, and there's a lot of you who feel alone and who do message me and say, I miss eating with you. And I'm never gonna film like full-fledged mukbangs again. It's not gonna happen. But little moments like this throughout my vlog, I don't mind doing that.
Yeah, and those people need a therapist.
You guys trust me, I get it. I know a lot about loneliness, and I'm really working on like bettering myself, and I'm on Weight Watchers. Definitely not gonna be perfect, but I'm working on my relationship with food.
This is starting to sound like the person who was messaging Amber may have ghosted her, because this kind of is like Amber's MO, like feeling lonely and depressed. That's pretty much single Amber for you.
All right, day 6. I'm on step 242, and this is how it is looking. We now have 2 seats. Look at that. So I actually just got done editing this video, and I was about to like get it scheduled and all that stuff, and I realized I do not have an outro. I didn't realize how long this video was, but I hope that you guys did enjoy it and enjoyed the length of it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Alrighty guys, it's going to be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy, and hopefully get to see lovely people in tomorrow's videos. Bye bye.